Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and this is the Road to the Record, where I work to achieve mastery of 10 games in a hunt for the best score of the Decathlon. If you'd like to see, remember to hit that like button. If you want to see more, hit subscribe. Let the games begin. This is Motorsport Manager. It's week 54 of the Gaming Decathlon competition. Quick look at a couple things before we get into our race. We're still a week away from the race. Pit crew's down a little bit right now, but that's just because guys are cycling through, getting a break, and so we're going to be a little bit weaker on our time this week. A couple tenths slower than normal, but our staff's looking good in third. Our drivers are 8th. Our car is 9th. The headquarters and the sponsors are at the bottom, but I have 2 sponsors that are expired. I've got a couple offers right now. We just got our latest wing onto the car, so a quick look here at what we're trying to do. So here's our 2 wings that will be going onto the 2 cars. The better one isn't better right now. This one's nearly maxed out. This one's got a long ways to go. So we're actually getting this one improved right now because it by itself will be ready one day before the race. Then we'll be able to start focusing on the other one. So at least we can get one onto Herta's car this week, and then we'll transfer that wing to DeVries' car the following week after we get the other one ready for Herta, and hopefully much improved. We'll try to get both of those maxed out as soon as possible, but with 0 staff, it's only making progress of 1 per day at the moment from Simon Reddy himself. And meanwhile, we have begun work on our first, new suspension part, and you can see just how badly we need that, as both of the original parts are in quite bad shape. But the reason why we have stopped right now is we have a new vote on spec rear wings, which I am very much against, and you can actually see half of us are already against it, so it's only going to take 1. And somebody actually bribed me. They paid me to vote no, but I was very much against it anyway, for one thing, because the only part that we are good with is the rear wing. So it would be very, very damaging to us. And there you go. So far, everybody until Franz Toast has been against it, and Gunther Steiner of so Renault, Haas, and let's see, Toast is what? Is he the junior Red Bull team, Toro Rosso, I believe. Could be wrong. I don't have everybody quite memorized on that. But there you go. So it failed. And I believe that's a good thing. But there's another thing coming up on the calendar here in a moment. Let's see what happens. Contract renegotiation. So he hasn't outright rejected us. So there you go. Max Verstappen in talks. We've got 2 left, and only 2 things made him upset. So there you go. He's happy. The wages and the contract, the only thing that are hurting. If I go with the short contract that he wants, we are in trouble. So he's unhappy, but he is insulted by the price that we offered. And we're actually really close to max. That's max right there. That's max right there. But this is max right here. And this is what we offered. So there's only two to go. So do I want to try the 1.48, or do we go right to maximum for max? He's insulted, so improving it by 1 level is not going to suddenly get him to sign for us. This is our only chance. And if he says no to that, it would take a shorter contract, like an 18-month contract possibly, would be the only way to go. I mean, he's delighted with equal status, so I'm fine with equal status. And I'm not touching any of these, as he's delighted with all of them. Okay, let's do it. Come on, it's Max freaking Verstappen. Some of you don't like him because you think he's aggressive, but he is a great driver. And other than not liking team orders, he's straight 20s. Oh wow, we're going to get a response, I think, before the Munich Grand Prix. He could potentially be switching colors before the race. Yes, it is. It is before. Oh man. Oh man. Okay, the reliability work is done at the same time that our suspension is done, so let's go ahead and check out the car. We'll also need to check out sponsors here. Get something signed. There we go. Get that one done, and that's going to be 8 days after the race. Calendar, do we have? I don't have how far away it is, but let's say it's going to take a little time. We'll give it a couple weeks. That way we can make some progress on those as well. But we've got one ready to go. So let's go ahead and make that change. Front wing. So we'll put this one. Aw, De Vries. You're not an equal driver. Really? You have equal status? 15th, 20th. So the car is getting better. We've got one car that's 15th best now. That's progress. This other one will be ready soon. But we need to get our next suspension part rolling out. And I don't want to deal with the risk level ones, so... Except for that takes less than 3 days less. So if we do that, it's going to be done faster. Even though it's not going on the car, it doesn't matter because it's not going on the car. Oh, what do we get coming next? That's a good one right there. Sometimes you get down to those lower tiers and there's no decent bonus, and that really stinks. That hurts. Okay, we got 2 offers here. They both come with qualifying and race bonuses, and we're not going to be in the top 3. So the up front, that's $5 million for 5 races. So that's $1 million per race. That's not bad. That's not bad. Let's go ahead and take that one. It's supposed to be fixed payment though, not race bonus, and that's in the race bonus category. 10th or above, target position up front, bonus. Well, let's wait the 24 hours to see if we get another offer. And let's see if we hear from Max before the race. Contract offer accepted! There it is! Max Verstappen is going to sign. Okay. Okay. Goodbye, Nick De Vries. I'm not going to keep your $500,000 and put you as reserve driver. I'm going to save $500,000 per race. I mean, this is going to cost us an additional $1 million per race to have De Vries exited and Max Verstappen in his place. It's also going to cost me $4.5 million to kick out. $4.5 million. Let's see. What is that? You know what? We're going to keep De Vries as our reserve driver. Because that $4.5 million per race, right? I mean, that's 10 races. That's the whole season's worth. Well, not really. Not really. I'm gonna just send De Vries on his way. He's out of here. He earned 1 point with a bad car, but he's clearly not the driver that Verstappen is. Not even close. So, $15 million and another $1 million per race. There you go, $1.1 million per race. But 2 perfect drivers. There you go. Huge move. And now we're going to be switching the car around a bit because we've got 2 drivers worthwhile. And Verstappen's still second in the points. I don't get those points. But there you go. Oof. Both of them 30 months left on the contract. We've done it. We just signed Max Verstappen. I thought we were going to try to win things together. Yeah, I thought you were going to score some points for us. That's okay. I'm screwed. Consider me screwed. I could be financially. Huge upgrade, though. Between the 2 of these guys, we're going to be fighting for those points a lot more often. Now, I've got to try to balance cars out. Let's go ahead and progress our 1 day. Oh, look at that. Ferrari, the only one ahead of me now on drivers. And Herta's got a 19 on fitness, and he's almost to 20. That would probably level us off there. Car's still 9th, though. Can only do so much. Sponsors back up to 6th. Let's go ahead and sign this deal. It's only 4 races. And 10th, I think we can actually start getting into the range of 10th, possibly. Look at that. Marketability now 91%. And Margasov. Wow, look at that. So, Verstappen signs up for us, and in 1 day, Margasov leaves Mercedes to replace Max Verstappen. Wow. Amazing how fast that just happened. Verstappen only scored the 1 point in the last 2 races. The last race, that was entirely team tactics that screwed him over, though. 3 stops in that race dropped him to 10th place. Perez had a problem. That's why he didn't score for the 2nd race in a row. But he's only had 1 podium so far this season in a Red Bull. So Margasov and Perez now driving for Red Bull. That is Norris and new driver Bessis. We'll see what Bessis is able to do. But, there you go. De Vries, has he signed with Haas? Interesting. We'll see. Alright, well, let's get things going here. The excitement is on and up, and I'm definitely not thinking I'm going to get in the top 3, so we'll try to see if we can get up to 10th. It looks like we're actually still at just $1 million per race lost, so we've picked up some bonus financially, so we're actually covered. We're right back where we were and have potential to go higher if we're able to score points. So, what I need to know for Munich, well, how long the race is. I don't know once I have tire choice, but I know once I enter the race. Let's see, or practice. Here we go, Munich 29 lap race, 40% chance of rain on Sunday. It's abrasive, so that means it's going to be hard to be a one-stopper. 29 lap race, though. Okay, so we want to have 3 sets of hards if we could possibly go for the one-stopper. 1 for practice, 2 for the race. Okay, there's qualifying and practice. And I get 1 left. Maybe we put softs in there. And then we'll try to go with hards. That's what we're going to try this time. Yeah, I get it. You're angry because you do not have the car, the better of the pair. So let's see, what do we have? The new suspension would be awesome, but it's at 50%. Wow, it's actually kind of close together there. Okay, let's switch these. Now they're both content, just like that, so. Okay, so we'll take that. That does drop Herta from 15th to 16th, but it does bring Verstappen from 20th to 18th in terms of car. So Herta still has the better car right now. The car's looking rubbish. Alright, we'll take that. That's just one little switch here. Alright, so we're heading to München, aka Munich. Now, is this supposed to be Hockenheim? I think it might be. I think it is Hockenheim. Yeah, from the looks of it, this is supposed to be Hockenheim. Alright, we're going to have some rain here. Looks like we have a little bit now. The screen is damp. Look at that, 2020. We got 2020 vision. Here and yep. Okay, Oh, no, we're going to stay on dry tires. This rain is not going to last, so we are going to stay on the dry tires. Let's see what we get. What was it, 29 laps? Please tell me I remembered that correctly. 10, 14, 19. Oh, those are easily going to make it for a one-stopper. Let's say if we get 18 laps out of them, 19 laps, that's 10 or 11 to go. Mediums will make it. Softs, not quite. I might get 9 laps out of softs, which means I would have to get 20 out of the hard, and we're not going to make it 20 laps. But the mediums will. So I think we're going to have one set of hards, one set of mediums for the race. But we will get softs ready to go for qualifying. But I want to get the hards ready first because we're going to spend the majority of the race on the hard tire. And I'm terrible at qualifying anyway, so... But then again, no DeVries. I've got 2 decent drivers now. They're going to be a little higher up. But let's go ahead and set up the hard so they can get a good run on hard. And then we'll do whatever we have to do, soft or medium. After that, to the end of the race, depending on how many laps we can get, we'll get all that we can get out of the hard tires. We'll run them as long as we can. Which means we want to get those ready first. Okay, so they're both on the hard tire. Now it's just the setup. Both of them, we need some serious downforce. So let's start here, as you've got to go a bit further. So a full 20 degrees. Okay. And the handling, that is right on the edge. So a little handling, a little stiffness to get us started. We'll do the same because they are almost always really close to this, close to each other. And actually we need some speed too, some top speed. Okay. Let's go ahead and give Max the same. There you go. Alright. Okay, so Herta is set for qualifying trim. I will have no problem getting both. Ooh, they're both on qualifying trim? Well, that's fine. We'll start on qualifying trim and we'll switch it over. Alright, so we're going to go bang, bang, and bang, and then... Dun, dun, dun. Okay. This track definitely takes a bit longer to get around. It's a good minute and a half for the lap. Ooh, nice. Great, great, and great to start. Weather is going to stay dry later. It's still only damp right now, so we're okay running. In fact, it looks like we haven't even lost out on the tires. No, the tires and the qualifying trim are in the same place. So it's been dry enough that we have not been affected. Now, so downforce, we're going to continue to go towards high, assuming that Max right at the edge would need as much downforce as possible. Speed balance, we're going to push towards top speed. And actually, no, you're going to go right back where you were. And let's try... Yeah, it doesn't hurt. We'll try that. We got one excellent. Max right where we want him, on the wing. Handling is good. Speed balance. Need a little more top speed, I think. And we want... Do we want to try? No, we'll go the other way. Alright, well we're pretty close on both cars already, so we should get the setup down pretty quick. We've got both guys, the tires and the qualifying to level 1. Alright, we lost a little bit on the setup. The downforce was the obvious one that needed to go the other way, so we'll bring that back this way a bit. That should do it, maybe 0.2, 0.3. Yeah, we'll try that. Now, where were we before? Something went up. The downforce went down, but something went up because otherwise we would have dropped a lot more than 1%. So it's possible we went the right way. But we need to go... both of them to go right, or possibly just one. I know the speed balance needs to go to the right. Handling may not. Let's go one more. Okay. We'll try that one. Ooh, we dropped a big percentage. Downforce right where we want it, but we went the wrong way. So we need acceleration. Yeah, we were good before. We don't need to be this high. Okay, we'll try that. But that puts the handling right back where it was. And that didn't help, so we need to adjust it as well. Okay. I'm willing to try that. Alright, what we're gonna do here is we're gonna let them run a lap. Both of them are close enough. We'll run a lap normal. It is gonna rain again towards the end, so maybe I shouldn't be out here that long, but... Okay, they're both coming in this time, and oh, we are so close to level 3. Please get it. No? No? Ah! Okay, one guy is going to have to stay and do one lap around. The other one's going to come back in. Okay, so we got the downforce and the handling, but we went the wrong way on speed balance, which means this... Wow, if that was great, the edge, we've got to be right to the edge. There you go, there's the edge. And I'll let Herda take the job, so Herda's going to go out for one lap and then come right back in. Max, we're going to get him switched over. We're going to put him, let's see, 96%. That's still not good enough. But I don't know which way to go. I might have gone too far. I might not have gone far enough. And that's way too much. Okay, we'll try that. And then we're going to switch you to race trim and a long run. And put you in the softs. Okay, so Herda's going to go one and done. There we go, level 3. And level 3. Sad that I had to drive a couple 100 meters to get that last little bit. But Verstappen's going to be out there for a little while. So we'll put that on full because he's not going to be out there that long. Nice! Triple excellent. Okay. 98%. That'll do. Race trim. 12 laps. Soft tires. Take and push. Okay, let's go neutral. Neutral. And we'll bring in Max here in a moment. Oh, here comes the rain. It's damp. Yeah, we're okay. Okay. Brought him in because we wanted to check this, and he's still not quite there. We went the wrong way on the speed balance. Okay, we need to go a little more, I think. And we need to bring that back over. Yes, excellent is right there. And we were poor. That was great. That was good. Okay, yeah, we'll try that. Still on the race trim. 12 laps. Still on the sauce. Here it is, still good to go, and his setup is good to go. There's level 2 on the soft tires. It's taken a little bit longer to get that than the race trim because of the weather, as we are into the wet, so it is affecting us a little bit. And we'll go push. And Verstappen, it's only 5 minutes. Let's bring you back in this lap and see. Still tweaking that. He's the one in 8th, not 7th. There we go. Now he's coming into the pits. There we go. Okay, triple excellent. Perfect. 98%. Both cars at 98. Put them back out. 12 laps of fuel. Same set of tires. Rotate mode. We're going to go push for a little bit. And now you can go neutral. There we go. 2 minutes to go. Fuel, 6 laps. There we go. We're about to hit it. Final level. Alright, bring them both in. We're done. Very nice. Very nice. Got the bonuses we wanted. Got the setup we wanted. Got the drivers that we wanted. Maybe. Maybe. You might not have wanted them. There are definitely some Max haters out there. Reminds me a little bit of like Mark Cavendish. If you follow cycling, Mark Cavendish, sprinter. He's older now, and he's had some injuries, so his pace has dropped off a little bit. He's not getting the wins he used to. But at least up until a few years ago, fantastic sprinter. one of the best in the business of pro cycling. And oh, no, this is the qualifying. Qualifying, there you go. Dry for at least the first half. And how many sets of softs do I have? Okay. Alright, perfect. So we have an extra set for the race. I have 2 sets of hards for the race, but I'm going to need 1 for the race. I mean, look at that. From practice, that's all we used. So 1 set of hards will get us pretty far into the race, and then we'll either use a set of softs or a set of mediums to finish the race if it stays dry. And that also means that I can make 2 runs in qualifying and still have a set left. I'm going to start with Herda this time. Let Max go second. Get him out there right away while we have some nice clear track ahead of us. And we'll watch that mini map, and let's see, after we get around this second corner, there we go. Push, 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 and back off. Push a bit, back off. And here's our big area. Get those tire temps up. Get them up, get them up. Braking zone. It's going to be difficult through here. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Yes, yes, yes. Perfect, and only a little overheated. Nice. Nicely done, nicely done. Okay, we've got some guys coming through here. I need to get Max out there. I'm going to have difficulty getting you into clean air, but we will try. We might have a gap here. No, no, no. Oh, we're coming right out with those guys, right behind those guys. Alright, Herda is now 24 seconds into his lap, and he is purple so far, but he's first one on the track, so, you know, hey, that is what that is. Okay, Max is the one 18th. Gotta make sure I'm watching the right spot. This is the straightaway. Here we go, braking zone, little acceleration. Accelerate out, brake, accelerate out, brake. Get that up the rest of the way. Perfect, and only slightly overheated on the brakes, so even better on Max. And meanwhile, Herda is dropping off the pace. Of course, I just don't have that individual lap pace when everybody's on Max. Our car is just slower. I have to take the word Max out of my vocabulary, except for in reference to Max Verstappen. Otherwise, it's going to keep giving me problems. Herda is still slowest of all right now, at 1.5 down, so that is not good. Speed it up, Max. Oh, Max is even slower. We are 19th and 20th right now. We're going to stay dry to the end. Let's get Herda out there for a second run. I almost want to save these tires for the race just in case. We're slow. We're slow in qualifying. That's how we are. I'm going to do that. I'm going to keep the extra set of tires for the race. We're already slowest. We're many tenths of a second slower than everyone else. I might as well just accept the fate that we are slowest in qualifying and take it. Go for the race. We'll start from the back. I've got the extra tires. And I'll have some options. So Margasov takes over Verstappen's ride and gets the pole. Verstappen goes from first on the grid to last on the grid. this race. But he got a big pay raise. Big pay raise to come to the rebuilding team. Oh, we're not even a rebuilding team. Rebuilding team. Recently promoted side. Hold on, before I make that choice. We are dry through the first half of the race, so we are definitely going to go with the hard compound and the hard bonus. Yes, I was right. 29 laps. We're going to get as far as we can on the hard tires. Push. Push. High. Let's go racing. Markusov, Norris front row. Back of the grid. Most of us on the hard tires. Herta gets a good start, but checks up behind Buchanan. And through the first tight turns, Herta makes a move, gets around Matsushita. Verstappen still in the back, getting used to his new car. Herta makes another move to get around the other Haas of Buchanan, even though he's on the mediums. But Buchanan with a little speed, we get 3 wide there for a moment, but Herta gets around one, passed by another, now in 17th. Verstappen still in 20th, cannot get around Matsushita at the moment. Tires not that hot yet, so we're gonna kind of go with it for a little bit. Straight away, the front straight is definitely the best spot to use the ERS, but the back stretch, not bad either. Speed things up a little bit for now. Not worried about using ERS too much right now. And actually, it's hard to make very many moves right now either, so let's go ahead and save the fuel. I want the tire temps perfect, so we'll stay on push a little bit longer as we run in 17th and 18th. Herta looking to make a move here. On the outside, nope. We're starting to just hit that happy zone, so Herta makes a move up to 15th to get around Carlos Sainz Jr. No. Yes. Buchanan actually drops a couple spots here, but Herta in a little bit of trouble. So with that 15% bonus, you can see we are making a little bit of progress here. We are racing neck and neck with guys on mediums, gaining a little ground. Overall, though, we have dropped back. I mean, we are 13 seconds down. But we're definitely on track for a one-stopper, and it's dry till at least late in the race. Ooh, Max dropping back, 19th now. Switch this as we've gone past the perfect happy zone. Max will try to get a little run going here. He does get a run, but he does not get up beside Harold, just close in on him. And we're going to speed things up for a little bit. A little quiet period here. Let's go ahead and go medium. Save some fuel for later in the race. Our real push is going to come on the different set of tires later on in this one-stop race. I would imagine a lot of the field's going to go for the one-stopper, but half the grid is on soft tires, and it's going to be hard for them to go one-stop strategy unless they switch to the hards, which we're going to have some more pace. Tire temps are staying perfectly level right where they're at. Herda drops to 18th as Harold gets around, but we are saving up that ERS for later, so let's speed things back up a little bit here. Lap 8 now, and pit stops are going to start to happen here in a moment, and they do. Though Perez comes out between us, even though there's only 2 seconds separating the two cars. Herda is ahead, but remember, his car is still a little bit better than Verstappen's. Look how fast Perez gets around. Wow. On mediums, but in a Red Bull. Okay, so at lap 9, we've now got a decent amount of ERS saved up. Both cars looking good on the tire wear. And these guys that have pit early, Leclerc, Van Dorn, Perez, they will have to stop again. So they are going for a 2-stopper. So we will gain an advantage over some cars that do similar to them. Lap 12 now, more cars in. Up to 13th and 14th. This is one thing I like, is that Verstappen is keeping quite a bit closer. He also has quite a bit of ERS, so we will use some on the backstretch here, right as this is about to fill up. Both cars also with a good amount of fuel for later in the race when we're able to push and try to make some passes. Verstappen closing that gap back down a little bit, just 2.4 behind, so we've been holding right at about 2.5 seconds between the two cars. Pace is still good. Mercedes in. Bessis, the new car, new driver here. Let's take a look at them for a second. So Bessis there in 15th, just coming out of the pits. Real quick, I have no idea who this driver is, what kind of quality they have. It could have been their reserve driver getting promoted, at least temporarily, as it hasn't said they've signed a new driver. Here at 95%, so we will, on the front stretch, give them a run. There we go. Go. Close that gap down a little bit. Verstappen drops to 13th now, as these cars around are definitely faster than we are. But it's lap 14. We're about to pass the halfway point, and it looks like no rain. No rain. We will make it the distance. So the one-stop strategy is now a certainty. Now it's going to come down to when do we stop, and what tires do we put on. Okay, just over a lap of extra fuel now in both cars. So we will be able to push for a lot longer. Herda up to 9th at the moment on the backstretch. And a little go there. Okay. Now we shouldn't fall off the cliff just yet. Pace is down a little, but it shouldn't be down a lot. Yeah, so there you go. Herda's still got good pace after using the ERS. Max as well. Both cars hanging in there. So the cliff is lower on the hard tires than it is on the mediums and the softs. Up 16 right now. Is it time to bring anyone in yet? We are under 20 now. Now Verstappen's still got good pace. %. I'm thinking about bringing in one car this lap because they are pretty close together, with 5 seconds separating them. Again, Herta's got the better car, so it is kind of playing out a little bit. But Verstappen still just put in a green Sector 2. Though I think we used a little ERS, didn't we? 1.3 seconds off for Herta. So it is. I think it's time to bring somebody. Somebody's coming in this lap, and I might try to get one more lap out of the other car. So we have 13 laps to race because Margasov just crossed the finish line. So 13 laps to race. Now I've only gotten 16 laps out of these tires. The mediums can just do 13. Okay, so we'll bring in Herta this lap, and we'll wait one more lap for Verstappen. A little more aggressive strategy for Verstappen to see if we can get a little more out of the mediums. So Herta's going to come in this time. He is leading of the two, so he gets that preference. Wait. Attack. And on high. You're going to push. Go high. Oh, rear jack mistake. Really? Gosh, we had, what, a 9% chance of mistake was it? And we end up with mistake. Okay, Verstappen. Back straight. Use that. He's still got good pace, so he was okay to get that one more lap, so that's good. And we'll bring him in this time. 9%. 9! So Verstappen coming from 12th place. Herta went in 9th, but you can see just how far down the grid. Herta's in 19th right now after that stop. But on the medium tires with fuel to burn. No mistake for Verstappen. And he's going to come out just behind his teammate. Just ahead of Matsushita, who's in last place, sadly. So we are 18th and 19th on the grid right now. That part hurts. But we are done stopping. And looking at these guys, Buchanan's going to stop again. Ocon still hasn't stopped. Nakashita hasn't stopped. Leclerc is going to stop again. Perez will stop again. Margasov and Norris might... No, they'll make it. Newgarden? No. Nakashita fixing parts. But we are still 18th and 19th. So it looks like we are destined for back of the grid for this one unless everybody makes a bunch of stops, and I don't think so. I think most of the cars are going to stay on the one-stop strategy. We are pulling away from Matsushita at least, and catching signs. Nowhere near 8th place though. That part is clear. We're gonna have to go conserve a little bit as these don't keep the temperature extremely well. Get to the front stretch and then we'll use the ERS. Still 2.5 seconds behind Sainz. And Harold, even though, oh, that's the Williams. That's the Williams. It's Haas. Buchanan's the Haas, and he's going to stop again. Van Dorn is going to stop here real soon. So Bess all the way up in 4th in the Mercedes, so he's running pretty well. Newgarden is in the Toro Rosso, and Giovinazzi in the other Toro Rosso. So Perez There you go. Perez is in the other. The other Red Bull. Always trying to figure out the color schemes here. Ocon may not make it on those softs to the end. Leclerc was definitely going to stop, but that could be it. That could be the only other car stopping in this race. Buchanan, probably. Leclerc's pitting now. But very few cars are having to make that extra stop. Ahead of Leclerc. That's how much it's costing Leclerc, all the way down to last place for that second stop. Van Dorn, Perez. I think Leclerc fixed a problem. Must have. No way he drops that far back. So 16th and 18th. Stopping as we hit the front straight, we will use some ERS. It's going to be hard to stay ahead of Leclerc. It's probably going to drop back to 19th here. He has left Matsushita in the dust, and Matsushita is struggling on those tires, so that's good. And meanwhile, Herta is finally caught up to Carlos Sainz Jr., also Harold, also Buchanan. So he's got 3 cars just ahead of him, but meanwhile Van Dorn, on a fresh set of mediums, has caught us. Let's go back to neutral. Back to neutral. We still have plenty of fuel to burn, so we're fine on that part. And Harold's got a problem with one of his parts, so that's good. Sainz got around Harold even. We'll go ×2. It's going to be hard to defend against Van Dorn though. Herta with a look to the inside. Now to the outside. Completes the move up to 15th. Now we catch Carlos Sainz Jr. finally. That was not the right time to make that move yet, but we do get a nose as we head down the backstretch. And there we go. There's the pass on Carlos Sainz Jr. So Herta up to 14th. Buchanan is about to pit. That'll give us 13th. Just a few laps to go. And here comes Van Dorn. Ooh, that is all the ERS I had, though. It's going to be really hard to defend from there, and it's going to be hard to gain anything else as there's a big gap. Ocon might not make it the distance, like I said. His tires are pretty far gone, and all these guys on top. Margasov. Oops, there goes the suspension. Well, you're in 18th. Let's just try to get you to the end of the race, even though you have all that fuel to burn. Let's get you to push now. 2 1/3 laps to go for us. Some of these cars may stop, and some of them are stopping. Engine, push. There we go. Herta into 10th place. 10th place. But it is Nordstrom just behind us. In the Force India, they have a new look. No. Sorry, that's Leclerc. I'm looking at Verstappen. Herda, I was going to say, that looks like a Ferrari. Don't confuse me. Okay, it is the last lap, but I still have close to a lap and a half to go. Verstappen, meanwhile, what is your condition? 18%, hanging on. Okay, overtake mode. And... okay, now we ride. Already an overtake. 10th place for Herda. Can go conserve at the moment. I'm going to take whatever ERS we have left for the front straight, and then we'll go back to push right on the front straight. 21%. The tires are about to fall off, but Leclerc is 2 seconds behind. Okay, attack. 10th. We hang on. We get one more point. Verstappen comes in 16th. But 10th and 16th. Not bad. Not bad. All right. 1 point. 1 point. Hard fought, but 1 point. The one stop helped against some of the cars making 2 stops, but Margasov made 2 stops and still finished second. The one stop strategy, far too many cars employed it. And so that hurt us a little bit, and our lack of pace really hurt us on those straights. We're just too slow. But we're making progress. 2 races in a row with points and 2 competitive drivers makes a difference. We're going to have the suspension coming through here pretty soon, and that'll help as well. And also the front wing. Right, we only have 1 ready at the moment. Max is going to get one of those soon, and that'll help boost him up 2 or 3 places. And it looks like we'll start to more consistently fight for getting into the points than we have been lately. Meanwhile, Max Verstappen, he's going to plummet down the field. He drops to 3rd now, but he's got 103 points on the season. Cannot confuse that with what I have, as his 103 were there before. De Vries, free agent, so he has not been picked up. But there you go. 1 more point for the team. That's 30 on the season now. And that is almost halfway. We've got 10 races left to go in the season. Almost to 20 now for Herda, and then both drivers will be perfect. We do come in 6th place. Team marketability at 91 overall. Oof, there you go. So we lost $3 million without any... Oh, and I actually even got a sponsor bonus. So it is costly now having these 2 drivers. So I better start getting results for it here pretty soon. But I immediately do get a partial result. We got a point. Alright, well that's going to do it for this episode. I'm Decathlon Gamer. And remember, I'm aiming for the best of the best. So if you're ready to join me on my journey, hit subscribe. And tune in next time on my road to the record. Bye for now.